how to fix rainbow bars on your HDMI capture card. So basically, I'm going through my comments. A number of people have asked this question, and I just thought I'd do a quick video to answer it. So what we're finding is when you're using your HDMI capture card, so if you're not familiar with that, it's basically if you have a camcorder or any type of camera, you can use the HDMI out of that camera to make the camera a live streaming camera, because it basically goes into your computer and you use it as a live setup. So what's happening is people are trying to use it and they're getting yellow bars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a live example, because this is kind of one take. I'm using the setup now that I would normally use. I've got three cameras. I've got a DSLR camera over there. I've got a secondary camcorder, which is on a HDMI. And I've also got this view here, which I've not turned on, but this one, which is also a camcorder. So let me show you the yellow bars, colored bars you're getting. Okay, that. So they're getting that. Why are you getting that? So you've got a new HDMI capture card, and you're plugging in your camera, and you're getting just that. I've got two extra screens set up here, but you're getting just the rainbow screen. The reason you're getting that rainbow screen is because the camera is not sending out a signal. So that's your number one issue. What you want to do is, let me put that back in and you'll see. He says, okay, yeah, there we go. So I plugged it back in. All I did there was my HDMI capture card is plugged into the USB port of the computer, and the HDMI cable is plugged in. I removed the HDMI cable out. So that meant that the USB was plugged into the computer, the capture card, but there was no HDMI feed going in. So if you're getting this problem, the reason is one of two things. Either the HDMI cable you've got is not a good cable, so the reason for that would be because it's not giving a signal out. Or the other option would be check your camera settings. Is it definitely sending out a camera feed? How you can test that is, if you have a TV with a HDMI cable, plug your HDMI in your camera, plug the other end into your TV. If you get a picture, then you know the rest of it will work. If you don't get a picture, that means change your cable. Try a different HDMI cable. If the same thing happens again and you don't get an image out of your camera, check your camera settings. In your camera settings, there will usually be a menu which says something like HDMI out. Make sure it's set to sending a signal out, and that's ticked. And also make sure that it's down to a right resolution, because sometimes its standard is set to 720p. Just make sure it's 1080p at the maximum resolution and it's sending a picture out. If both of those don't work, then it means maybe the camera HDMI port is there's something wrong with it. So can you check something else in your house, maybe a PlayStation or something else that has a HDMI out, and use the cable? Because we're basically eliminating and finding out what is wrong. If the cable works on everything else and doesn't work on your camera, then we know it's not the HDMI cable, it's not the USB capture card, it's something to do with the camera. And then we can look at that setting. If you have the problem, comment below and we'll get to it. But I've basically answered this, so I've been answering lots of comments, but I thought what I'll do is I'll link you to this video especially, so it helps you sort this out. So if you're getting yellow bars, don't worry, we'll fix it, I think, if you follow the steps I've given you so far. But if you're still having problems, let me know what model of camera you've got and what's happening. We'll find out. We'll get to the bottom of it. So I'll see you on my next video, which shows you how to make your camera a live streaming camera.